Hi guys, it's Ethan again. I'm going to make a few videos since I finally think I got the hang of this. And I'm just going to address some of the titles that I've seen, or sorry, not titles, but the subjects I've seen in your other videos on YouTube. And so I'm going to talk about coming out and family and friends. So when I'm sorry, this is my little girl. She's wanting to go out and play ball. When Tony and I had talked about me transitioning at this time in my life, I knew that my family would understand. I didn't know really how they were going to take it. I know my mom knows how I knew my mom knew how I felt. And so I wasn't worried about her. I was worried about my sister in Texas. I haven't been around in 25 years, but not really worried. So anyway, when I went to counseling and finally decided to transition, I felt like a little boy in a toy store. So I wanted to tell the world, but actually what I mean by that is people close to me. So after a couple weeks of counseling, I called my mom and I told her, Mom, I'm going to counseling for this. And she said, okay. And I said, and I've decided I'm going to do it. And Tony and I can afford it. So we're going to do it. I'm going to do it. And she said, okay. So anyway, that went really well. And then I talked to my sister, who I'm close to here. And that went really well. And then I called then I talked to my two nieces. And it was nothing new to them. They've always not seen me as female or male, but they both have said, if you think about it, you look just like a guy. The only thing that throws it off is when they get closer to you, they see your boobs, and then when you talk. So that was a big joke, and I was surprised. My nieces are very mature and wise for their age, and I thank God for that. And then I called my nephew, and he knew. He knows because he lived with me for 2 years. And then I finally called my sister in Texas, and I did not know that we had this talk way back in a time before she left. And so she started crying, and she was so happy that I had finally decided to do this for myself. And so it was really neat. And then my brother, he's kind of not a family kind of thing. He's got his own world. And so I said, well, I owe it to him to talk. And so I called him, and I remember him and I having this discussion when we were drinking beer one time, and I got nerve to talk to him, and it wasn't anything big. And so I told him that I was actually going to do it, and he goes, okay. He says, I love you anyway. I love you no matter what. So I was very, very overwhelmed with the embracement that I got from my family and the support. And so I went to the next level. So I went out we have horses, so we board horses at some stables, and I'm there almost every day since I'm retired. That's kind of like my therapy. And there's a few people that I see almost every day, and they're older. So I went to them. I was nervous because, older people can be traditional thinking and conservative and all that. But I was, again, overwhelmed with the support. From that day forward, they've called me Jay. I figured Jay at the horses is more cowboyish, and so I just make it easy for everybody. I said Jay. My mom wants to call me Jay, so the family's calling me Jay. Tony, my partner, likes Ethan, so I'm getting called Ethan or Jay, EJ. So anyway, it was the coming out was just, I guess, because I've lived so long, knowing this, and I never dressed a certain way. I always just dressed how I felt comfortable, which I don't own one thing that is female. So they've always seen me like this, so nothing's going to change in that manner. But I just want to say that I am thankful to God and blessed that I have the support system I have. And again, I know there are some guys out there that don't have that support system. And the MTFs, the females, I know that they don't have a lot of support system. Not everyone, but some of them out there. And again, I just say embrace your journey. Your journey is your journey. You're going to make your journey what it is. If it's rocky and you don't want it to be any more rockier, then, embrace what's happened. If they don't agree or they don't support you, you can't worry about that. This is your journey. Make it as smooth as you can make it. Don't get caught up on frustration and anxiety and anger. Let it go as hard as it is. I know, I've been there. Guys, I've lived 30 years like this, so I know. I'm just trying to give you some encouragement to just shake your shoulders and shake it off and make your journey your journey. That's what you have to do. It's your journey. And eventually, if you treat people good and stuff, and you treat how you want to be treated, they're going to come around. They're going to see you happier. They're going to see you more excited. Show that happy. You don't have to show it. If this makes you happier, they're going to see it. And if you disclose it, if you hide it, that's what they're going to see too. So they're going to ask themselves, well, you would think he would be happier. He doesn't look happier. So you see what I'm saying? Just embrace it. And my prayers go out to all of you that don't have the support system. And I'm always here. I will watch this account, and if there's any questions or anything, I will respond as much as I can. You guys have a good day, and God bless. Thank you. If I can find the button.